We got a milkshake from Wawa's.
Look at that face. Look at that face.
So excited. The way she hopped in, they hopped in, it was hilarious. Hey my girls. Alright, we made it to our destination. Oh, thanks for that. Yeah, you too. Alright, I'm punishing them now. Alright, I'll catch you back with y'all. Little longboard session. You know, clear the mind from all the cloudiness. Ah, get it out, get it out! Long tripod now. These are views. These are views right here.
Oh, these are. I can't turn.
Pulled up, hopped out. That's a dope spot over there. Shh, I'm hiding. She went the other way. She had no idea where I went. Just disappeared in thin air. She's not gonna find me. She's like, where you at? Scanning. You getting lost? It's looking Z. Twin turbo Nismo 7. I don't know if that's true, if it's the badges or what, but definitely sounds boosted from what I heard from a distance. Alright y'all, so we ended up picking up a battery from Walmart, and I want to see if that's going to make it start, or also the alternator is going to be an issue here. Could be working, but it is draining too. So I guess we'll see. Just gotta grab this damn battery. Chilling right here, got a little Evastart Max 3-year warranty one, 51R, 500 cold cranking amps. But let's put that on, try to get this thing started, give it some run time, you know? It's been a little minute, so do that. I need a better battery tie down. Thing's already breaking, that rubber shit's kind of trash. Doesn't fit right, not even holding on the greatest either. Let's see if this does any little different, like just stops clicking and actually turns on. That was a pretty smooth startup. It like quick little rattle and it started right up. Yeah, I mean, car started, cranked pretty good. So hopefully the alternator's not fucked up, because this was the one part of the accident. And you can see it's kind of bent. I put a bunch of like gasket nigga there to kind of help hold it together some and cover up any crackage. It's a Denso, but maybe we'll have to end up getting a different alternator anyway. I just want to give this some idle time, man. It's been a minute. Can't fully tell. Kind of sounds like the tensioner, but it also sounds like the alternator bearing sounding a bit rough. So we'll just have to kind of keep an eye on that. Maybe just check the alternator, see if it's drawing power or something. But she's starting right now, just giving her that idle. Maybe spin her around the block, you know.
There's two.
of gear in the daily. You know, in second gear at least. Probably. At least in a lower speed, higher RPM, you hit a bog, it just flicks out of gear and you hear the just bouncing around between. I think I might have to fill up the tires a little bit, maybe on the passenger side. I just know these wheels are fucking garbage. So they just feel like shit regardless. So it could just be that. Look at the Florida birds.
Oh God, the pack.
Yeah, it's just nice. It's actually like nice and quiet. She's smoking a bit after like idling. Like when I mean, she sat a little bit, but I don't know if it has to do anything with like the valve lash adjustment I did that is making it like an idle a little too rich or something, and just making the smoke happen, a little blow by and shit. So it's maybe we might have to re-see the valve lash adjustment and redo, but we'll see, because I mean when I'm doing pulls and stuff, it's not really smoking, only from like sitting idle and then you put on gas and it dumped out. So for the most part, she sounds pretty damn good, even at idle and starting up. You have a quick rattle, but that's pretty common with the VTCs. Pretty smooth after sitting for a fucking month again. Feels pretty damn good.
Oh yeah.
This shit's so responsive. Woo! She actually feels nice though. Pretty damn nice.
Nah, she's feeling good. She's sounding good.
It's got the RRC J37 ZDX throttle body and the custom tune on it. Damn. Okay, Tsx. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright y'all, welcome back. What the fuck is under here? Had to make something happen, y'all, instead of going to buy something. I used what I had and made it happen. Some weights, some wood, some zip ties, you know. Got the knuckles painted up, you feel me? Looks good for the most part. Right, here we are, looking nice and fresh. That's why I just like to refresh things and give it a nice paint job before it goes back on. So next up would be finally installing these bushings for control arm, the poly bushings. And then, you know, like I said, I went ahead of myself and got this fork bushing, took that out without having a replacement. Laura only sent me poly bushings for this bushing and this compliance bushing over here. So I had to wait for something to come in the mail, which I'll go get it from the car right now, actually. One piece of tape, man. It should like practically open already. But here we have it. The SuperPro. Got it from eBay. There is the part number. This is for where your fork coilover one goes at. So yeah, so we have this ones, we have these PSB nothing, hit it right there, but should be all right. Smoothing it out a little bit. All right, so here are part numbers. Part numbers again. If you guys want to buy it. So this one is quite easy to install. Really, you just get one end, push it on there. Damn, they bored this shit awful. the other one. Pretty sure you don't want to grease the inside of these, especially if it goes in easy. There's no real need to. And then what we do is we'll grease this a little bit. It doesn't need it too much because it's gonna go in regardless, but it's good practice to do that because squeaking. Maybe I should have done the other one a little bit more. Grab it now. Inserting it. Push it. I'm gonna show y'all what's next. So I ended up having to reset these in. Got this bushing out by getting a 15 mil, which is a perfect size, and just beating it out. And I'm gonna go in from the other side because it seems like a little like off center to where it gives an edge, and it was just kind of fucking with me. Didn't sit in correctly, and also it pushing out and kind of doing this part afterwards. So I tried getting a bolt and, you know, washers to compress in stuff, you know, that way, but yeah, it didn't work. Let's get a little bit of extra grease. Sits a little bit out, but I think that's gonna be normal. I guess that's in there. There it is for this one. The other ones are gonna be a little bit, you know, trickier in the sense of probably having to use possibly the press and stuff. I don't know how well this is gonna work at first. It's tedious as f***. Getting set up. It was working, but wasn't. I don't understand how Laura said he did it. Like, obviously this thing would be ideal so I could just use plates and get it straight, but juggling out this thing and getting the right plates and stuff, it's not working. I don't understand how he used this fucking thing. It does not fit right. We're back out here again with these control arms. I finally figured out a little combo platter from the ball joint stuff and the roll bearing stuff to get this to work. You kind of have to start with one thing, stop, and use another because the whole spacing wise, but ended up working out. And now we just have to go insert the center bushing piece. I'm just gonna grease up the middle and just press fit it in. I just wanted to do the first one and kind of figure it out because I was kind of struggling to figure it out, and then went to Ace Hardware to try to get some other shit. Spent 21 bucks for a combo of some shit that just didn't work. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go back over and return that because $21 of fucking bolts, washers, and some nuts. Like, come on now. Like, but yeah, anywho, let me grease her up and try to get that thing inserted. Gonna help prevent some BS. Flush around. There we go. Alright, so we're here with the other control arm. We're just going to do the other side really quick. I want this side up, so this side's going to go down for me. As you can see, I greased up the outer edges, the flanges, to kind of help it go in. Now, firstly, what did I do? Did something like this at first because we kind of had to get it going before. So we did something like that, and we start with this bottom plate up against the lower control arm because you're using this ball joint tool and it does not have enough room, and then this angle also messes with you once you get too far down over here because everything's just too round. So you have to start with that so you're able to get it going, and then you finish off with something else. So I'll show y'all. Wish I had something else, but that's what we're gonna have to do for do it until it kind of pops on the inside, you know, pops inside. Cause it's all gonna kind of flow in. So you don't want to do it too much. Now we're just gonna have to grab this big old guy. Finish her off really quick. Let's see if this method's gonna work. This one. Boom. So this is a Matix number 10, MA10-1, and you have to get a flathead in here with the hammers, kind of beat it out because the rubber around them there. I started with the Matix 01 and using Matix 07. Matix 07 and Matix 01, so you're gonna go like this. Move this, move that, and you're gonna go like this just to get it started, because the space-wise, these are like the thinnest options. And then same thing, but it depends on space, because this seemed like it was a little bit more forgiving. It just kind of went on smoother with this guy down here. So you could do like that, and you're of course pulling it down, so bada bang. Or like this, bada bang. So yeah. So now this last one, put your coil over your strut tower bolt. Is actually pretty straightforward. It's pretty even on both sides. I think we're good money. So yeah, it worked out pretty damn good with the ball joint tool and another tool real quick. So I'm gonna show y'all on this one. For weights, for props. Okay. Clean the hands. So we'll show y'all really quick. All this different grease. You ain't gotta go crazy with that. But yeah. So try to get that as even like as possible. Every time I start showing people, so now we just bottoms out. So I'm gonna knock on this side a little bit to hit it back, because for some reason this one seems like it's a little pushed a little bit further. But otherwise, it's pretty good. Alright, here we have full poly all around. Yeah, now everything's all installed, and you could all do it with the ball joint and wheel bearing press tool that you have. You just had to kind of finagle with things to see what worked. Until it did. So that's good. Now I have to get it taped up, cleaned up, and then ready for a quick paint so you get refreshed and be good to go for going on the car. Yeah, there's that. All right, now that we're done installing the bushings, it is time for the prep and then getting it to paint. Here we are with our setup again. It's been pretty handy. It's been working pretty good. Got it all taped off best as I can with like the bushing wise. Some of it just hard as f to tape off, but a little bit of paint ain't gonna hurt nothing because it's mainly taped off. So you see my method to the madness. Piece of wood, 40 pounds to keep it upright together, even, just like that.
Alright, so as you guys seen, bushings were installed.
This bolt was a little bit of a pain to get in because of the bushings or something, the thickness, and it's just like slightly crooked with this big appliance one. So you kind of have to whack it in with a hammer and get it going and slowly start turning, making sure it's going in straight and grabbing them damn threads and not stripping them, you know? And it feels pretty good, just a little tight. That's why you see this, you know, here to try to give a little resistance, and then you have to lift it up because it also hanging not straight. But yeah, it's going in and get this stuff on. So yeah, that's the whole lower control arms. As you guys see, we painted them. I need to be better about dropping links either in the comments or down in the description, so make sure you guys check that out, and I'll try to be mindful. If I didn't, please leave a comment, man, and scold me, because I want to be better about providing information and just being proper. So yeah, you can see we painted it, got it refreshed, got it all in. Definitely a little tighter squeeze. You can use a little bit of lithium grease to kind of help just push it in. Pause. So yeah, bushing's done, and the whole knuckles and stuff over here. So refresh on the white TSX. We're gonna be getting that on. Trying to get the front end together so it could be kind of like a rolling shell again. So we can just kind of move on and put everything else on that needs to be, like windshield wiper stuff and everything else on, and figure out an engine and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's a work in progress, slow work in progress sometimes, because you need to buy things and other shit. Like big brake kits. Stole the stock ones from this one for the daily recently to do the whole rebuild. I know I need to upgrade, especially we're going turbo, so I don't want to go and buy a whole rotor and kit set when I'm gonna have to spend double that on big brake stuff. So yeah, buying things when I can, but we are going on vacay here soon, so make sure you stay tuned for all the CT stuff. Videos are flowing and they're coming and we're going
to CT.
Yeah, and we're almost at 10K subscribers, y'all. Probably by the time this video drops, we're probably gonna be at 10K. So we appreciate y'all. It's awesome. A lot of hard work, consistency, but it's all for the fun and love of it. So
it's not a race, it's a marathon. As you see, we're not rushing through anything. Life be happening, but we are still doing because this is what we love. So
in all aspects, whether it's your body, your mental, what you got going on, you know, it's your life. You live it how you need to.
Respectfully.
I never take a day off, work around the clock, my engineer getting paid off. Rock like Ace up, like the weed and take off.